For more on all of this, let's bring in Florida Republican Congressman Cory Mills, a member of the House Foreign Affairs and Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thanks very much for being with us today.
Thank you, John.
The president has said that other nations should get involved in keeping the Strait of Hormuz open because they rely on the oil that transits through there. We don't so much. What do you think of that?
Well, John, again, this is about 20% of global oil trade and marketing that comes through the Strait of Hormuz. And with regards to kind of a security cooperation or a joint task force, this really isn't anything that we haven't utilized before. If you recall, back during the piracy operations, the Maersk Alabama had been taken, and a joint security cooperation called Task Force 151 basically patrolled the entire area through many nations, a multi-nation security group, through the internationally recommended transit corridor. So this is something that has been proven in the past, has been utilized, and could be utilized to help with the security of the Straits of Hormuz. But let me just add that the president's correct. Once we've denigrated the entire Iranian IRGC's capabilities, especially from a military counterattack action, and with the Navy being completely obliterated, there will be less requirements when it comes to securing the straits.
When it comes to military action, the Iranians really, I think, surprised the world with their attempted attack on our Diego Garcia base. It shows that they have much longer range missiles than they previously had admitted to having, unless maybe they took one of their, spaceship missiles and armed it. What do you think about this possibility, this new capability, I guess I should say, that Iran seems to be holding?
Well, I think that it proves once again that president's actual topic about saying there are imminent threats that are there actually has been proven. I mean, we also saw where their hypersonic ballistic missile capabilities were there, which is a missile traveling at 3.5 Mach, which is roughly 15,000 miles per second. And when you think about where that technology came from, China, it also closes the loop on the China, Russia, Iran, North Korea geopolitical alignment. And so I think that it's very obvious now that three things are true. One, they did possess more capabilities than we had originally assessed, that there was a deemed for imminent threat against the United States, against our interests, as well as for our allies. And I think that we've seen where we can't allow Iran, especially this evil regime, to have nuclear capabilities, given that they have the capability and intent of elimination of our allies and also targeting of Americans.
You've heard the criticism from Democrats on Capitol Hill of this action in Iran. Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon is one of them. Listen.
He has not secured the Straits of Hormuz. He still hasn't secured the 1,000 pounds of 60% uranium. He has proceeded to leave the reformers in a far worse position than they were before this war started. And so and there's no exit strategy. So I think you should put your chips on the fact that he is sending more people. And even though he says he's not going to put troops on the ground, I think it's very likely he will.
Take that last point first. Do you think it is likely that U.S. forces will be on the ground in Iran?
I don't. And actually, I think that when you talk to the president about the fact that he is winding down and that we are hitting all the strategic targets that we are after, when you listen to Admiral Kane's briefings, as well as for Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, I think it's very clear that our strikes are strategic. This is not Iraq. This is not Afghanistan. This is a completely different thing. And if you watch the president also had condemned strikes against energy infrastructure, which had been conducted by Israel. This is key for the transformation or a transitioning government who's going to come in and need to ensure that they have the ability to not only build their economy and ensure a GDP, but provide the necessary infrastructure capabilities like water, power, et cetera, to the populace there. So I think the president is showing that he's not making the mistakes of Iraq and that Iran will actually have a transitioning government who is ready to stand up on day one.
Congressman Cory Mills, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.